going big.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go. Let's go. Check three. Watch the safety creep.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
56, the mark, boy. 56. Check 56. I got you. Hey, watch it. Safe.
On 2nd and 7, Brissett. And an alley to run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Here we go. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's right. 57 to Mike.
A first down throw for Brissett. It's caught by Coleman. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
On the double. 6. Mike's 56. Here we go. Check three.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They just get the play off. Now Brissett able to find Isabella. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Buffalo.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 30-yard line.
Check. Kill. Turn up. Set up.
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On second down now, it's Coleman. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. This one caught by Isabella. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Andy Isabella, 27 yards. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Cook. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 36-yard line. Defense wins championships, baby. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Ready, set. Here we go, let's bring it. West, bring it. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Check 37, check 37. Switch, switch.
On third down, Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game.
Jim. Show it up.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
On 2nd and 7, Bridgewater. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Bridgewater. That'll be complete to Cook. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Ready. The money. 58, the money. Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs. 36. Check 50, check 50. Check 99.
A toss to Cook. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
58, right there. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. You're trapped. What? Time go. SOS. Hatchet.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
To return is Taylor. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They begin the drive with Coleman. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 26-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check 9, check 9. Check the hot read. Go, motion.
Coleman now. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Collins on the handoff. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Brissett now. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Switch.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You ain't doing nothing today.
This is Coleman. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Bills on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Throwing. Brissett. His throw incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw, Brissett. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Okay, double up. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. They can't hang with us. 57. Mike 57.
From the gun, here's Brissett. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Out.
Coleman. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
That's it, baby. That's it.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. On play action, it's Bridgewater. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Shift! Watch the shift! 80 weapons! Ball trot! We got double up, double up.
They just do get the play off. Now Bridgewater. Going to take a shot for Gallup. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
1st down, and they stick with Eckler. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ready? Now the wolf. Yeah, come on. Here we go, here we go.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. This is caught. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will do it for this 1st half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC wildcard game. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Go! Let's go!
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Check. Crunch. 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 Go, go. Check 31. Check 31. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch. Squeeze. Wide, get wide. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check. Wait. Wahoo.
Here's Bridgewater. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Watch the flag, watch the flag, watch the flag. Watch the flag.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Lorenzo Alexander in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. 3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's come on. Let's watch. Mike.
Bridgewater. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
Slam. 22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber. Let it go.
Here's Bridgewater. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bills' 36-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
That's it. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
Bridgewater to throw it. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now Bridgewater will lead the troops up to go for 2.
Check 13. Check 13. 6. Bullet. Half. Check 2. Lucky. He's checking. Crash. Whip.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is in for the 2 points. And they're back within a score as the lead's cut to 8. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now a give to Collins. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Watch the pass. Mike, 55.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Check. Let's go. Come on.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Coleman. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd
They're set. Flushed out right. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. Taking it about the 16. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn. You won't try. Don't get nervous. 58
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He'll get this to Eckler. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Come on, 18 Gator. Come on. All day, dog.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And Eifert has it. They will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 25-yard line. From the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, watch it. Set. Slam. Check 3. Check. Pause. Check hot route. Hot. Kill. Turn around.
They'll run for it with Cook. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal.
Check. Switch. Sponge. No. Rush in. Check 37.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. 4th down now after a loss of 2. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over, is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Go.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Lambo will put this one through, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Now they hand off to Coleman. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Check 15. Check 15.
On 2nd down, Collins. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Check, ready. 60 out low. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
They'll try the left side with Coleman. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on fourth down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Here we go. Mike 56. Mike 56. I got you.
Brissett to throw for it on 4th. Able to find Isabella. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Andy Isabella, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills will add on to their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Bridgewater now. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch edge, yeah.
Throwing, Bridgewater. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 42, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Big stop, D.
draw play. Coleman. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Brissett. This one caught by Isabella. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get their security deposit back.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Bridgewater. And an out. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the big cushion, Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it. All those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. They had a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. And I know it's hard to find solace on one side when the season ends, no matter where it ends, but especially in the playoffs, because there's all that build up to the moment. But I would imagine the post-game locker room speech, it'll have a pretty positive spin.
It should. They've made a heck of a run to get to the playoffs and have that chance to advance, even though they didn't. But you're right about how much it's going to hurt, because when you work that hard to get this far, it hurts just a little bit more. No matter when your season ends, it's a downer. But in this case, even more so, because you had your eyes on the big prize, which was the Lombardi Trophy.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long from Houston.